Our essential question this week is, how can insects be helpful? Our anchor text is Hi, Fly Guy, and our paired selection is Busy Bugs, which is a poem. We will also be looking at suffixes and long vowel spelling patterns for the A sound. Let's start with a rhyme. A swarm of bees in May is worth a load of hay. A swarm of bees in June is worth a silver spoon. Identify rhyming words in this poem. Identify which words repeat. Discuss with someone what you think the poem means. Take turns and listen carefully and ask questions if you don't understand what someone says. Let's play a word game. I will say a word. I want you to clap and say each syllable in that word. Here's an example. If the word is watches, you would clap twice and say, watch is. Let's do some more. Turkey. Telling. Downstairs. Surfer. Smartest. Listen to the word watches. How many syllables do you hear? There are two. The first syllable is watch. The second syllable is is. So you would clap twice. Once when you say watch, and again when you say is. Watches. Listen to the following read aloud and answer some listening comprehension questions. A stone goes to court. Late one afternoon, a boy named Robert was walking through a forest on his way to visit his grandmother. As the forest grew dark, Robert stopped to rest in an out-of-the-way corner near a small town. A patch of soft ferns looked so inviting that Robert decided to sleep there and complete his trip in the morning. He looked around for signs of passing robbers. Even though he saw none, he worried that someone might take his pennies from his pocket while he slept. So Robert hid the coins under a large stone, curled up on the ferns, and fell asleep. Robert was not alone. Nearby, a man disguised in the forest by his green clothing watched Robert hide his money. The next morning, Robert woke up and reached for his money. The coins had vanished. Robert looked under every rock but could not find his money. What would he do? It was all the money that he had. Robert began to cry. What is Robert's problem at the beginning of the story? Robert cried and cried. Soon the mayor, the police chief, and many townspeople came to see what was the matter. Robert told his story. Said the police chief. We must solve this mystery. We'll get our best detectives. Yes, said the mayor to the chief. Turning to Robert, the mayor asked, Did you see or hear anyone last night or this morning? No, Robert said gloomily. Where is the stone where you hid the coins? Asked the mayor. Robert pointed to the stone. The mayor thought a minute. Arrest this stone at once, the mayor commanded the chief. We will put the stone on trial for robbery. The townspeople looked at one another and did not move. Well, get on with it, said the mayor. Chief, take this stone to the courtroom. Soon Robert, the mayor, and the chief and the townspeople crowded into the courtroom. The stone and the boy stood in front of the mayor. Stone, did you steal the boy's money? The mayor asked seriously. The stone did not answer. The mayor told the court reporter to record that the stone refused to answer. A man in the front row covered his mouth to hide his laughter. A woman giggled. The mayor glared at them both. Stone, have you ever seen this boy before? The mayor continued. Again, the stone did not reply. The mayor told the court reporter to record that the stone was uncooperative and would be punished. The crowd burst out laughing. The mayor yelled over the court reporter, record that the crowd showed disrespect to the court. Then the mayor fined every person in the crowd 1 penny. The police chief collected the coins and brought them to the mayor. How did the mayor solve Robert's problem? The mayor gave all the coins to Robert, who grinned from ear to ear. Robert bought himself a delicious breakfast and was soon back on the road to his grandmother's house. To this day, people in the town still talk about the stone that went to court. How is the mayor in this story similar to Senor Coyote, who we've read about in a previous story? I'm going to say a word and clap to show how many syllables are in the word. Listen, rabbit, rabbit. This word has 2 syllables. Clap with me. Rabbit. Now you try. Help me clap the syllables in winter. Winter. Try it with these words. Yellow. Thankful. Funny. A suffix is a word part that can be added to the end of some words to make new words. Full, ly, and e can be added to some words to make a new word. The suffix full can mean full of. The suffix ly can mean like. And the suffix e can mean full of or like. When you add a suffix, you also add a syllable. The suffix full can be added to hand. Handful. A handful is an amount that fits in your hand. You might have a handful of crayons to use for a project. How many vowel sounds do you hear in handful? 2. They are a and a. How many syllables are there in handful? 2. The suffix ly can be added to sad. Sadly. If you talk sadly, you talk like you are sad. How many vowel sounds do you hear in sadly? 2. A and e. So how many syllables are there in sadly? 2. The suffix e can be added to snow. Snowy. If there is lots of snow on the ground or in the air, you might say that it is snowy outside. How many vowel sounds do you hear in snowy? 2. O and e. So how many syllables are there in snowy? 2. I can break sadly into 2 parts, sad and ly. Then I can blend the sounds in each part. Once I do that, I can blend the 2 word parts together. S, a, d. Sad, l, e. Sadly. Sadly. Let's repeat with gladly. What is the suffix in gladly? It is ly. Break gladly into its 2 parts. Glad, ly. How many vowel sounds do you hear? There are 2. So how many syllables does the word have? There are also 2. Blend each syllable, then the whole word. G, l, ad, d. Glad, l, e, ly. Glad, ly. Gladly. Pause the video as needed and read lines 1 through 9. Pause the video as needed and read this week's Decodable Reader. Quiz game. Our words to know this week are caught, took, listen, thought, minute, beautiful, idea, friendship. Verbs are words that tell what people and animals do. Work with someone at home. Find blue words that are verbs and use them in complete sentences. This week, our target skill is understanding characters. Remember that you can learn a lot about what story characters are like from what they say and do. Good readers use text evidence to figure out how characters feel and why they act the way that they do. List clues about the characters in a chart like the one shown. Our target strategy this week is visualize. To understand a story, picture in your mind what is happening as you read. Our topic this week is insects. Insects are amazing. An ant can lift as much as 10 times its weight. Ladybugs have pretty black spots on their red backs. Bees make honey. You will read about a boy and an insect he finds in Hi, Fly Guy. What do you know about insects? Complete the sentences. I know insects blank. I would like to know more about blank. Talk about your ideas. Remember to take turns, listen carefully, ask questions, and answer questions. Our anchor text this week is Hi, Fly Guy. Our genre is a chapter book, which is a story broken up into parts. Look for the word chapter and a number, and look for new events in each chapter. Remember that our essential question this week is how can insects be helpful? Chapter 1. A fly went flying. He was looking for something to eat, something tasty, something slimy. A boy went walking. He was looking for something to catch, something smart, something for the amazing pet show. Analyze the text. Author's word choice. Which word has to do with taste? Which word has to do with touch? They met. Boink! The boy caught the fly in a jar. A pet, he said. The fly was mad. He wanted to be free. He stomped his foot and said, "Buzz!" The boy was surprised. He said, "You know my name. You are the smartest pet in the world." Chapter 2. Buzz took the fly home. "This is my pet," Buzz said to Mom and Dad. "He is smart. He can say my name. Listen." Buzz opened the jar. The fly flew out. "Flies can't be pets," said Dad. "They are pests." He got the fly swatter. The fly cried, "Buzz!" And Buzz came to the rescue. "You are right," said Dad. "This fly is smart." "He needs a name," said Mom. Buzz thought for a minute. "Fly Guy," said Buzz. And Fly Guy said, "Buzz." It was time for lunch. Buzz gave Fly Guy something to eat. Fly Guy was happy. Understanding characters. What does Buzz do for Fly Guy? Is Buzz a good pet owner? Chapter 3. Buzz took Fly Guy to the amazing pet show. The judges laughed. "Flies can't be pets," they said. "Flies are pests." Buzz was sad. He opened the jar. "Shoo, Fly Guy," he said. "Flies can't be pets." But Fly Guy liked Buzz. He had an idea. He did some fancy flying. The judges were amazed. "The fly can do tricks," they said. "But flies can't be pets." Then Fly Guy said, "Buzz." The judges were more amazed. "The fly knows the boy's name," they said. "But flies can't be pets." Fly Guy flew high, high, high into the sky. Then he dived down, down, down into the jar. "The fly knows his jar," the judges said. "This fly is a pet." They let Fly Guy into the show. He even won an award, and so began a beautiful friendship.